I hope. Sorry, we have to YouTube, and I want to. I don't know why my camera is keeping on telling me to rotate it, but because I have a microphone here, I need to take care of, and it's so stubborn because I don't know whether YouTube's will see and hear what I'm doing, because today I'm using my phone, and let me see how it will be when I send live. We are waiting for the YouTube channel to be okay. Okay, let's see whether it will be okay. Welcome on board, everyone. My name is Helena. That is my real names, but my YouTube channel, which I'm already right now, in my YouTube channel, Waboy 86, and those who look at my other YouTube channel, I happen to publish this mushroom. Let me check whether Carol is hearing me. I think she's hearing me. I intend to send the other mushrooms photos where I was in the forest in the other worship channel, but they are both my channels, so I have no problem with that one. So I hope that it is safe and it's okay where it is, because I saw there are people who have look at the sending, so I don't have to shift it from my worship channel. Let it just remain there. I don't normally welcome on board anyway. It's a Sunday. I don't normally said live on Sundays, but yesterday I happened to spend time in the church. I'm a worshiper at Liberation Wisdom Ministry International. That is where I am a saint and a worshiper, and so I'm looking at my oven, because I had I have some baking. I'm baking the cake. What do you call it? The one you have you feel. What do you call it? We call it. I think the cake is the cake bottom. So I felt that I need to eat some cake. So I need to eat a cake. It's called a cake. It's not some cake. So I don't normally send on Sundays, but the problem is those who look at my channels yesterday, I was in the forest and I was picking mushroom, and I have a quite much mushroom here. It's not even that one. I have like 2 buckets here of mushroom. So last night I was forced to put them at my balcony. Because nights here have started to be cold, so they could hold. And because mushroom are delicate, so I have no choice than to prepare them today. So these we call them. They have a name. Mushroom have different. If you look at this mushroom, you see it look like it have a hole here. It look like, which instrument? I don't know whether people at the Facebook you can see me. Yeah, I think that one is okay. There was that light was blocking. You can see that it look like, which instrument does it look like this? The one you blow, and we call it Trat, Cantarera. I don't know whether it is in US or it's just a Scandinavian thing. So I don't know. But so they grow in the forest during this time of autumn and even during the spring. So I was there to pick these mushrooms. So yesterday I sent a video about I sent a video when we were in the forest, I and the woman, because some of these things are so generational. In it is very bad that African we have left our tradition, and tradition in West Africans, they are very, very, they follow it like nobody's business. Excuse me, I have to take care of this cake bottom. So I have to think my oven is I like. So I was baking a cake bottom. This is a cake bottom which I'm going to, when it's cool, that is when you use I'll show you how to make it one day. Use this knife and you cut it straight. If you want 3 pieces, then but we will do it one of these fine. Not where we were in this point of uh, these mushrooms. So I was in the forest yesterday, and because it's time to pick mushrooms, and these mushrooms are very rich in D vitamin, and they are rich in copper, which help in. We know that those who have learned a little bit of medical, we know that for your body to be able to take D vitamin, women who have problem with iron, they must have some kind of half problem even with their body, how it takes D vitamin, because these ones, they go hand in hand. If you have problem with if your D vitamin is low or your iron, it means if one is low, you need the doctor or the nurse need to check the other one. It might be you pump up your iron if you are like your D vitamin is low. And we people who live in Winter Street, the sun is going down at a very high rate, and thanks God that we have mushroom like this which can boost our D vitamin and cause at least much intake of our iron. You know how much iron is important when it comes to women. You cannot ignore it. And you know that D vitamin is very good for our bone, for our immunities, and these they also involve they also have carium. So mushrooms are not just mushrooms. There's some like the ones that grow in the forest. The white one, we don't know. We are not so much focused on these white mushrooms because they are not nutritious. That's why you tend to see we people from Scandinavians, we eat our mushrooms that grow in the forest, in the nature. And it's not only these trout mushroom we get. We have so many kind of mushrooms, like the ones that are in the other video. You can see they are yellow. There are also some mushrooms that are gray. So, and for you to be able to take this knowledge, it is passed from one generation to the other. So that's why you saw that I had the woman, the Swedish woman that I had with me, because she is older than me. She has knowledge of these mushrooms than I, because I'm an immigrant. And so that's some of the things, like how to make juice out of apples. Our apples, they are not eatable. They are good for baking. So such information are passed from one generation to the other. So that's how we pass information from. So you have to look at these old women before they get dementia, and they teach you on how to do some of these things. So that's why I had her, because you could hear us talking on that video, because she needs, there are some things she was explaining to me. So it was not just a mere talks, although we talked some other things stuffs, but she needed to explain to me uh, about the mushroom and how can I know. So I was in school of mushrooms, I can say yesterday when I was in the forest. So what I'm doing, I'm cutting like how can we, I'm cutting the stem of the mushroom. These ones, I don't know whether you can eat, but I don't really eat it. So then has she made, this bucket was mine. Has at least because she's professional, it's not having so much garbage like mine. So has her mushroom was a bit quite clean. So I think people on Facebook, we are amazing. My camera is okay. Let's do like that. Um, let's see. I have a new phone apart from the one that I use. Oh yes, and when I rotate, it tends to disappear. I don't know why this. You see, when I rotate, it tends to disappear. I don't know why this phone is behaving like that. I don't know. Why should it behave like this? I don't know. I'm sorry for inconvenience of that. This phone is not cooperating with me. So I'm very sorry for what is happening to this phone now, because I'm quite sure that you cannot see what I'm doing. It's telling me to, I don't know why it wants me to rotate on one side. It should be able, and it's like the side is telling me to rotate is the side that I have my microphone. I found it strange. Oh, sorry for that. Sorry for that. Today, YouTubers, today, my Facebook family, you are going to get a very funny, but it's giving me troubles. So what I'm trying to do, but this, if you are following me, we are live on YouTube. So because this Facebook is giving us trouble, just shift to my to my Facebook, to my YouTube channel. We are live there too, and you'll enjoy your video. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to cut the tail of the swamp, and then I'm going to rinse them with water, because what I am now preparing this mushroom to do, not to eat them, but I'm preparing them for storage. There are different ways that you can preserve mushrooms, that you cook them to drain the water, to make sure that the water is fully drained, and then you freeze them. That is the easiest way. There is another way that, like those people who are in tropical nations, even the white mushroom, When you buy them in the market, you can clean them, then take a newspaper, dry them in the sun, like the way we used to dry beans and whatever, until they are completely dried, and then you pack them. Because the bad thing with that kind of drying, that you have to make sure that they are 100% drying. If they are not, if they have some moisture or some water left, then you lose, they will develop mold. So you lose your mushrooms, you cannot eat them. That's why most of the time I prefer this method of frying them to drain water. Then I pack them, and then I put them in my freezer for future leverance. So this is not something that I'm preparing that we eat today. We'll eat all the year through. Even we did not pick all the mushroom because there were some other small babies that we left for them to mature. So we are going back before the winter starts. Even if they'll be free, the winter may hurry up and come and they be frozen. We do still take them like the way, we do take them even when they are frozen. They are still good because because they grow in winter climates. They are used to, they adapt. Everything that grow in these winter streets is adapt the weather. So even when they are frozen, we still take them. And there are also a machine that you can buy to dry them in electrical shops, to dry the tomatoes. I know that those people who have gone in other nations eaten food with dried tomatoes, and you wonder how. There is even when you come to our shop, you will see that there are dried bananas. So it's true, because we have to know the way of surviving, because we have these things just for a short. Our climate forces us to eat. And I was wondering, because I was very negative about freezing things, because I thought that they lose their nutrients, but they don't. It's because I did not have the know-how on how to do it. So what I'm doing is to cut the tail of the mushroom. Then after I cut the tail, I'm going to clean them thoroughly. Then I'm going to fry them in a pan, and then I wait for them to cool, and then I freeze them. Then I'll be using them when I want to eat some mushrooms. Most of the people here, you may wonder what we use mushroom for. You can put in mushroom, like when you're making pizzas, you can put mushroom on pizza. You can put mushrooms on, you can make even a mushroom. You can replace meat with mushrooms. You make a dish of mushroom. You eat it with potatoes or rice or any other thing that you want to eat mushroom with. You can, like the one you dry, You can have a bit of it when you're eating soup. So that's how those are some of the few ways that uh, or few ways on how we use mushrooms. Some people even they like to put mushrooms on their sandwich. I've never tried, but I know there are quite big number of people, especially the old people. They like to put mushrooms on their sandwich. So it is they are quite nutritious and they are good. And we eat too much from the forest. Too much. We get our forest. They produce so much. The berries, um, the mushrooms. What else do we get from the forest? Of course, is most of you can see that we don't have problem with the tubers. That is, yeah, we have tubers factories. I think even we import tubers to, I don't know, we have big factories of tubers. I think they do very much export of tubers here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean them thoroughly, and then you can see that I put the pan to warm to fry the mushroom, and then I'm to wait for the mushroom to dry up, to cool. Then I don't know whether someone can use oven to dry mushrooms. Um, and we have some mushroom text which we did last time. We are going to check on those mushrooms whether they are still good. But for you to be able to store dried mushroom, you have to be sure that they have no moisture 100%. Otherwise, it is easy to lose them when they have moisture. So it is they are very delicate, nutritious, and expensive. Like this one, when they come in the shop, it can cost uh, from 200 crowns. You see, so it is good for those people who who. Oh, there is that one from the forest. There are people who even like old people who cannot manage to go to the forest. Uh, they buy them online from private people. You just put announce on your Facebook that you are selling mushrooms. So mushroom, they are always popular, and the berries like the red ones, because they're the ones that we use often when we are eating porridge. So and see that it takes little time. Like us, she pick, cleans. My bucket there, I think it has some garbage. So that's how I survive. That is the advantage of living in the countryside. Because those people, although even in those people in even in the capital city, when you go outside the town, you still get forest. So I live in a nation where we don't cut trees, but at least in the village, you have the nature is quite near you. Because even when the snow come, our skin just take place here behind us. So that's where we normally ski. So everything is uh, is quite near. In town, things can be challenging. And then I love living in the countryside because of the language and interaction with the people, the indigenous, and then the number of people are quite few. So you know each other and you feel secured. In big town, there are so many migrants because every migrant uh, uh, in other nations, they tend to settle themselves in big cities. But when you come to the village, you interact with the indigenous, they teach you way of living. Uh, because even when you look at most of the educated people, immigrants, they are people who live in the countryside, because in the countryside, for there are no these raw quality jobs. That is where factories are, big schools and whatever. So for you to be able to get, then it determine on what you really desire to do. But I never regret to live in the countryside because uh, I've learned so many things. I've interacted with the people. I don't even have so much friends who come from. Most of the people are indigenous that even my children they interact with. So uh, you learn too much about the nation you are, because without that knowledge it will be very hard for me. And of course the language can be challenging. So but when you live in the middle of these people, you'll be forced to talk their language, you'll be forced to do to learn some things. At least you try to fit. There are some things of course you have to assimilate for you to be able to fit in the society. So there are some things you can ignore, and there are things that you cannot ignore at all. So that's one of the advantage of being in the village, that you enjoy all things that happen. It's allowed three. That's why you see most of the things here, because dinner is going to take place here soon. There are some people who are hungry and they are longing to eat. So I hope that you have learned something from me about the mushrooms. But I think we can fry this mushroom, clean them, and fry the mushroom together. Um, so that the white mushrooms, I think I bought the white mushrooms once from, we did get those white mushrooms from Holland. And they are very different even from the white mushroom that I've eaten in other nations. So I don't know. There are too much things that we don't know why food they differ depending on where they have been grown. Uh, when cleaning this mushroom, it is a lot of work. Someone have to be very careful when cleaning these mushrooms. I don't know whether you can see me cleaning. Yeah, you have to make sure that you clean thoroughly. So it's a lot of water. And it's like, I want to clean one by one to make sure that they are thoroughly clean. I hope that you can hear me. That's why I've closed water a bit. We have a lot of water here, so we don't have problem with water. Water is the last thing that we should worry about here. We are surrounded by lakes. There is a lot of lakes. So water can never be a problem here. Yeah, what I'm doing, I'm cleaning the mushroom. And I have to clean. You see, a mushroom is like a hat. So you have to clean the top and the bottom. So the one that we left, we just give it 2 weeks period. Then we will go back and get even, because we were thinking that because soon it will be time for the hunters. The next period we are entering is a hunting period. So here things go by order. So now we have been given time to pick the mushroom. Then it's the hunting period. And when they're hunting, you cannot be in the forest. Because, the wild animals are running after they arrive. So there is a high risk of meeting those and the bears are on a hurry to try to eat their last portions. But in the places where these mushrooms they grow, they don't grow in on very bushy places. It's they 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 enjoy much growing near or under a tree, and it's always be a certain percent open to the sun. So it is not it is not, and it's not even they most of the mushroom they do well at the edges of the forest. So even you don't have to go inside the forest. It's just by the edges. So want us to do this together. Now I've cleaned a bit of mushroom. What I'm going to do, I've ate my pan. So what I'm trying to do is this Facebook devices is giving me headache. It does not want what I want. So I just warm my pan. I hope that you can see me. And then when the pan is ready, then you can decide whether you put some butter, not specifically not oil. Some butter is the best. So I'll put some butter. And then I wait for the pan to be hot. Oh, sorry. Today these I'm telling you today this one is giving me, I don't know why it is saying, it's telling me to rotate. I don't want to rotate. You have to stay. Let's continue washing some as we wait for that machine. I need to change this because it's full. So we are doing multi-purpose things here in this kitchen. So don't mind about what is happening. Be allowed. There's so much It's too much things that are happening here in this kitchen. Yeah, I think our pan is very okay. Now I can put the mushroom. Let's see how much water was on the. So that's why you have to pick them from your hands. Mushrooms, they contain a lot of water, so that's why they are required to be dried by somebody who have I told you there are some people who are waiting for their dinner. That's why I'm doing multi-purpose business here. And these mushrooms, they have quite a lot of water, you can see. So it needs patience. They're gonna be in that pan for quite a good time. Yeah, we eat a lot of potatoes. So there are people who are waiting for their fish. Mm. It is to make sure that I've roast everything. The still part which is not agreeing with you. Mostly this part is the one you make it as a cake cover. You can see it's well shaped. So it is very good to overturn the cake. So the one which was top to become the bottom. And then there is a ring which you can put. There is if someone is not quite sure on how to cut a cake, I think it's better to use that ring, and it's adjustable. You can see you can make it big as the way you want, and you can make it as small as you want depending on your cake. Yeah, I don't normally feel comfortable cutting cake. I've never done it with this one, despite that I bought it. I don't know how accurate it is. I don't normally use it. I like using manual. And then this one is the one you use when you are, you know, these Chinese things they look like you cook with pepper. You put you cook water in a cooking pot, and then you put them here. Maybe when we have time, we will still make such. Sorry, Facebook people, you have me talking, but you did not see even what I was explaining. So our water is gone, but I'll still give this mushroom some few minutes. If I want, I can put them. I can transfer them to a baking plate. I put them. I dry them more in the oven, and I think that is what I'm going to do. So, but the way they are, the water is dry. They are good to be preserved. So that is one way how we preserve these mushrooms that we get in the forest. And then the other way I've told you that it is you can put them. Those people who have access to the sun, they are very good to go because you use direct sun, or you buy a machine to dry the mushroom. And all those methods, they are very okay. So that is all that I wanted to share with you. I wanted you to see the up to the last point of my mushrooms. This I'm telling you, this phone is giving me a headache. But you know, the new things, new problems. So don't mind my Facebook friends. Make sure that you go on YouTube and you will watch the video. The whole video is there. I want to thank all of you who have been following us on Facebook, on YouTube, all the channels, subscribing subscribing to our videos, and it has been a good support for us. So, because I know some people are hungry here, they're waiting for their fish. So let me end my video there so that I can continue with a lot of business. You see, the cooking day. I continue cooking. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.